Me personally, I probably use hot sauce mostly on pizza. So I either like to put some hot chili flakes on or the hot sauce, especially if I'm having a pepperoni pizza. Super good, right? Hi, mga kabano, it's Chris here, and today I'm going to talk to you about which hot sauce you should choose when you're next at the grocery store. Hot sauce actually originated in North America in the 19th century. It's typically made of chili and can often be quite spicy, hence the name hot sauce. I think over time though, it's become a little bit more like chili is there, but it's not like mouth-wateringly or mouth-blisteringly spicy. And it usually has a little bit of sweetness and sourness to it. So it's almost like a 3-in-1 addition to whatever it is you're having, sweet, sour, and spicy. Now that can be added on to certain things. So it's great to marinate like chicken wings in, for example, or as a dipping for chicken when you want a little bit more zing. Now in the Philippines, we often will mix our hot sauce into particular ulam to give it a bit more of a tang and a spiciness to it. So you'll see it often like used as a flavoring agent used in carinderias for giving their cooking a bit of a lift. Now what are we looking for in a good hot sauce? It would be the right balance of sweet sour and then tama sa anghang, like not too spicy that it blows your head off, but there should be a kick, or otherwise why bother, right? I really want to go in and kind of demystify like alin yung pinaka best product for your peso when it comes to 3 criteria. One is obviously how good does it taste? So that's super important in any ingredients that you're buying. Second though, and I think what we don't pay enough attention to, is how about the quality? What's going in there? Is this actually a quality product with real ingredients, or is it basically just full of chemical additives, preservatives, and junk? And the third one, of course, is the value for money, because syempre na, if you pay more, you're probably going to get a better product, but is it worth paying 10 times more for? Is it worth paying double for something? So typically the quality does get better as you pay more, but what about the value for money? And that's what we're going to talk about as well with each of these products. Now, quick reminder, I don't know which of these is which. So they're all leading Philippine brands of hot sauce, but I don't know which product is which, and I don't get paid in money by anybody. So let's get straight into it. Now the first one I've got here on the left, this is interesting. I mean, since pouring it out on the plate, it's kind of totally decomposed. So it's like the water has completely separated from the hot sauce, or like the hot and the sauce, so now in 2 parts. So I don't know what I think of that. I mean, I think that suggests to me that in the manufacturing, they haven't sort of homogenized the product. Now often that will take a chemical process, so it could mean that they've just sort of mixed it through water and it actually has gone through less processes, but it also suggests to me that probably taken a hot sauce and then watered it down to thin it out, and you probably have to shake this one well before use. I'm trying to like mix it back together just so it gets a fair, because I presume you'd shake the bottle up before using it, but I feel like it probably shouldn't separate like this as a rule. I can definitely smell, it smells like quite a lot of vinegar. It smells like it's going to be quite flavorsome. Wow, that's actually definitely spicy. We're actually shooting this in the morning, and I think until now I wasn't quite awake. Now I'm awake. Wow, that's definitely got plenty of chili in it. I'm impressed by the amount of chili in that. There's no faking it. That's a hot sauce. And I do love spicy food, so I am enjoying this. Normally hot sauce, you add a few drops, not eat a spoon, hence my reaction to it. But I think if I was to put that on a pizza, I would be pretty happy with the flavor. Not too sweet. They said when I smelled it, I could smell the vinegar there. So it's kind of a nice combination of spicy and sourness from the vinegar coming through. So consistency-wise, not great. Taste-wise, actually, yeah, says what it does on the label. That's for sure. Okay, number 2. Now this is a thicker consistency. It's not moving around too much on the plate, and I'm still recovering from the first one. This one smells sweeter, not as punchy. Still got a bit of a chili smell to it though, so let's see. Now I don't fake any of my reactions. Like that last one was like blowing my head off. This one, by comparison, I can barely taste the chili. Actually tastes more like tomato sauce to me than hot sauce. So quite bland actually. I don't think there's a lot going on here. Parang kulang sa sili. Definitely kulang sa sili. I mean, it's just not hot. Walang anghang dito. Tastes almost like a bit of banana ketchup mixed through it. I don't know if there is, but that effect is probably not actual banana. So this one I would say is pretty disappointing for hot sauce. Remembering that we want it to actually be hot, right? Okay, so third, this one again, pretty similar consistency. Looks creamy. Again, looks almost more like a tomato or banana ketchup in terms of color. Smells a little bit more like chili than the second one. It tastes like paprika, probably on dried bell pepper. But again, like, see how there's just no reaction whatsoever from me in terms of the chili? My mouth is still burning, but it's burning because of the first one. There's just no chili here. It almost tastes like they've just mixed paprika with water and a little hint of vinegar, and only a tiny hint of vinegar. The good thing at least is it's not so sweet. So it's kind of, I guess, more tamasa flavor, but just it's not spicy, which is what I'm looking for in a hot sauce. And the last one I've got here, now this actually just looks like tomato sauce. This doesn't even look like hot sauce. It's a bright red color. I can't really see any bits and pieces here. Smells like banana ketchup. taste, it tastes a bit more like a roasted capsicum flavor. I think there is a bit of chili in this one. I'm actually confused though, because I'm not sure if it's just the burn left over from the first one that's carrying through. These two definitely didn't taste spicy at all. I think this one does actually have some heat to it though. Again, not too sweet. Tastes approximately right from a flavoring perspective. Possibly could be a touch hotter than it is, but I think it's parang mas tama yung lasa yung number 4 kaysa sa number 3 if I was going to be objective about it. I think the color looks just a little bit too red for a hot sauce though, so I think that they've probably introduced some artificial colors into this one. So if I had to choose my favorite from a pure blind taste perspective, I would say it's number 1 and number 4. Number 1 definitely did everything a hot sauce should do. This was definitely, if you want hot sauce, this is the one to go for. I feel this was a little bit more benign and probably the best flavor in that it had a nice sort of a roasted capsicum to it. This one tasted more like kind of that dried paprika mixed with a bunch of ingredients, and this one I actually thought tasted quite poor. Not spicy at all, and basically just got sugar in it. So that would be my choice, is probably number 1 followed by number 4. Let's find out which was which. So number 1 over here was the Tabasco brand pepper sauce. I think even in Australia, this is one of the leading brands. I think it's a leading global brand for authentic hot sauce or pepper sauce. I said to you guys, it has a real kick. If I read the back, it says Tabasco brand pepper sauce is high on heat, high on flavor to give any meal a real kick. Just a few drops will enhance the flavor of any meal. And I think you guys saw my face in reaction to that. This really had some kick. Now, what I like about it is the ingredients are literally vinegar, red peppers, 15 or 20%, and salt. And it's funny because when I smelled it, I was like, this smells like vinegar and chili. And when I tried it, it tasted like vinegar and chili. But that's what you want when you buy a product. You want it to be what it's supposed to be, not reading a label full of 20 different chemicals. So this is made in the USA. So it's definitely more expensive. It is an imported product, but if you're just looking for authentic hot sauce, that's authentic hot sauce in a bottle. So I'm actually quite pleased when I look at their ingredient lists. And I think it would also be more masulit. Like if you're only going to use 4 drops of it on a slice of pizza, then it's going to last a lot longer than other hot sauces where you have to lather it on because kulang sa ingredients. So I do find that when you're buying quality products, you usually use them slower. That said, I mean, 112 pesos is pretty expensive for a hot sauce, so I don't know how to go on the value for money, but let's take a look at some of the others first. So this is the one I probably like the least. This was UFC. This is another Nutri-Asia product. Now I said this one basically tasted like sugar. Ingredients are water and sugar. Apparently it has some chili. I couldn't taste that, so guys, if you're watching, maybe put some more chili in your hot sauce. Then we got modified starch as stabilizer. And that's what, when we talk about stabilizer, that's why this is quite a uniform consistency compared to this one, which actually is a far more authentic product. You see it separating when you pour it out into the vinegar and the chili, but this is kind of the real deal. It's actually only when you add these chemical agents to stabilize the product so it doesn't separate again that you get this really ketchup-like consistency to your hot sauce. So it's not necessarily a good thing because it's not the natural process by which that has become a stable, homogeneous product. Then I've got some xanthan gum as a thickener, so it has been thickened to get that consistency. Preservatives, artificial colors. I guess because there's no chili in it, they've had to put some food coloring in to make it look red. So hey, Nutri-Asia, if you're watching, like, guys, try and make a real bloody hot sauce. I'm not really impressed with this. That one costs $19.50. It's the cheapest of the ones we're trying today. I don't think it's worth the saving. I think it's a pretty crap product. Okay, over here we've got the Mamacita's hot sauce. So this has got a picture of 3 chilies on the front, so it implies that maybe it's going to be spicy. I couldn't really taste the chili on this one. Ingredients: water, sugar, no surprises there. Modified starch, thickener. They have a stabilizer in there called carrageenan, whatever that is, and some preservative. Now, at least this one says no artificial flavor or color. I like that, but I think it's basically the challenge with this is kulang sa chili. It did have a paprika flavor to it, so I think there's definitely some chili in it. I thought it was okay, but it just wasn't really hot as a hot sauce. So if you're watching Mamacita, try putting some more chili in your product as well. Now that one's going for $27.50. I guess an okay price for a pretty average product. And the last one is Mother's Best chili and garlic sauce. And this one, ingredients dito is fresh chili labuyo extract, cane vinegar, some modified starch, salt, a little bit of preservative. So not bad. Actually, the ingredients of this, but they have, similar to the other hot sauces, put some starch in to thicken it up and to give it that hot sauce-like consistency. So in that sense, it's a bit modified compared to, say, the Tabasco here, which I think is kind of the benchmark product for what a real hot sauce should be. Now this one's going for $23.50, which value-wise I actually think is really good. I think was given a Mother's Best hot sauce. I don't remember how, I think in like a brand pack or something at a blogger event I was at. And I tried it on pizza and I was actually thought it was pretty good. So funny, I'm not surprised to see that in a blind taste test, I kind of picked that out probably as my favorite because I know it's very good value for money. So I think this is definitely the Urbano's choice for today. The reasons for that is really that it's real ingredients. I would probably prefer that it had real authentic consistency of the Tabasco here, because when you look at the ingredients, and it's cool because it's actually they're using sili labuyo, so it's like the most natural local hot sauce I think you could probably get in the Philippines. So that would be Urbano's choice on the parameters of taste, of value for money, being only $23.50, and on the quality of ingredients that are going in there. So that's my Urbano's choice for today. The honorable mention, of course, is for the Tabasco, which is the imported USA brand. Very authentic, very real, absolutely the right flavor. Blew my head off, kind of spicy. So really, really good. But I guess I'd look at it and go, okay, that's 112 pesos. That's 4 times as much as what this costs. If I had a choice of 4 bottles of this or 1 bottle of this, I would probably take 4 bottles of this because it would last me a lot longer. So there it is, mga kabano, my blind taste test of all of the leading hot sauce brands here in the Philippines. Now I hope this video helps you guys to choose better next time you're at the supermarket. Remember, I'm not biased here to any one of these brands. I don't work with any of them. I'm here to basically keep people honest and say, you know what, is this a good product or not? If you like this video, please share it. Tell your friends about what we're doing here at Maputing Cooking to help improve Filipino food here and around the world. And of course, remember, you can go to our Facebook page. We're doing a lot of giveaways this year where you can win some free stuff, free cookware. We're giving away a bunch of prizes over the course of this year whenever we release some of our cooking videos. And you can watch all of the cooking that I do on Maputing Cooking. So we do a lot of authentic Filipino food, cooking it from scratch and showing you guys how to make it at home, quick, easy, and simple. I'm Urbano. I will see you all next time. Bye now.